we move to the next speaker, which coming from the gaming industry. Let me please introduce you to Omer Gerson. Omer is the VP Data and AI at Playtika. So Omer, the stage is for you. Good luck.
Okay, hi everyone, good morning. So now we are with the right presentation, and I can assure you it's much better than the previous one, which was here by mistake. So today I'm going to share with you one of our most successful use cases in Playtika of implementing and adopting a Gen AI solution. Before we start, let me introduce myself a little bit better. So I am VP Data and AI for Playtika in the organization for 3 years now. I really love being part of transforming organizations to be more data-driven. I live in Tel Aviv together with my spouse, Noam, my dog, Louis, and William the cat. You can see them in the picture. I love cooking, especially patisserie, and this is why I also need to work out quite a lot. As you all probably know, the world of Gen AI for art is exploding with tools and knowledge. We understood in Playtika that we can't miss this trend, and it has a huge potential for us. But in order to gain the value, you must do it right. And this is why I'm going to focus here in the session today about the process and the key factors for success of adopting Gen AI in an organization. Let's understand a little bit better what we are doing in Playtika.
And at Playtika, our mission is to entertain the world through infinite ways to play. By smashing art with science, we create the most vibrant and eclectic mix of games, and we do it all with an endless passion. We dare to challenge, and we play to change the game. We are coders and marketers that run with the pack. Artists and data scientists that make it count. Storytellers and strategists that cut to the chase. We are Playtika. Bringing you infinite ways to play. Playtika.
So, as you understand, our vision is to excite each and every one of our players. And for that, we want them to feel like the experience was made especially for them. And we are talking about Playtika, we are talking about huge scale. We have 18 games with 46 million active users monthly, working, of course, 24/7. And for all of this game, we need to provide high-quality content and to provide a unique game experience. Behind the scenes, of course, working many professionals like operators, business analysts, game manager, and our focus group for today are going to be the artists. Just to give you a notion, in Playtika, we have more than 600 artists working across the games. So our secret sauce, since the day we were launched and until today, when we are a leader in the industry, is to provide an amazing game experience. And for that, we need a lot of content, and that demands a lot of artwork to produce the different art assets. So to summarize, our challenge is to deliver a huge amount of high-quality content to millions of players around the world. Let's start talking about the solution. So we wanted to hit the sweet spot between a fast solution, but to have high value. And for that, we need to focus the problem that we are going to deal with. The first step was a discovery phase, where we wanted to understand exactly who are our customers in the organization and what exactly are their challenges. So we did a survey between our creative population in Playtika, and we wanted to focus the solution specifically for the 2D artists, and in that way to have the most impact. And when we are talking about different art assets in the games, there are many art assets. There are banners, pop-ups, social posts, emails, albums, and many, many more. And you need to have many, many different art objects in order to produce them. These objects can be divided to 3 groups. backgrounds, characters, and elements. Each one of these groups of objects are basically a use case for our Gen AI model to produce. So let's understand the process of the solution. We needed a process that will work very efficiently, and we will be able to deploy models very fast. And this is why we call it our Gen AI use case factory. The first stage is to fit and adjust the models to the specific artistic assets and for the model to be familiar with the Playtika brand and assets. Oops, sorry. The second step is to enable the different workflows of the designers. The designers are working with 3 different workflows: image to image, text to image, and sketch to image. In that way, we could enable their creativity. Of course, everything needs to be done in scale, and we wanted to gain a fast value from the solution, and this is why we used external tools like Stable Diffusion and Automatic 1111 as our UI. We also provided a self-service way for the studio to train the models by themselves without the need of a data scientist. And of course, this is also a change management process, and we provided an extensive training for all of the artists that are working together with the tool in order to help them adopt the solution. Let's deep dive a little bit more into the solution. So the first stage, of course, is to collect the data. In our case, it's the different pictures. And then you need to do an extensive tagging process of the data in order for the model to be familiar with the specific game assets and definition. Once you have it tagged, you can run the model, and basically here we fine-tuned the Stable Diffusion model with our data scientist, and we customized more than 50 models, different models for different use cases in this solution. Another interesting process is the delivery phase, where the artist could rank the different models' results by giving a star to the desired assets, and then we could know which model works the best for us. A key factor for success, of course, is the training that I already talked about. We provided a very simple UI for our artists in order for them to understand how to tune the different prompts, and by that, getting the best results from the tool. So as you understand, we invested quite a lot in this solution, and we wanted as an organization to understand the value that we gain from it. And for that, we put a lot of measures of success. As you can see here in the slide, we could save 50% of the time that was done for producing each one of the different type of assets. For example, for backgrounds, we saved 50% of the time with this solution. For characters, 67%, and you can see for elements, another 50%. It has a huge impact for us. Let's understand what was the impact in the perspective of the process of the content generation. So as I said before, this is an example for an image-to-image process, and without the Gen AI solution, it took 1.5 days for an artist to create this process or to finish this process. With the Gen AI solution, we could have reduced it to half a day. Amazing results for us. If we are talking about scale, when producing a full collection of pictures, it took for an artist 24 days. With the Gen AI solution, 8 days, 3 times faster. Again, a huge impact for the business. You must understand that with this tool, our studios can release more features to the players and make their experience better and more interesting. Another important KPI to understand if we are on the right track with the solution is the adoption rate. If you will focus on the light blue part, this is the AI generation. You can see that in less than 1 year since we started with this solution, The solution was adopted almost fully, and now 65% of the assets that are produced are being done together with the GenAI tool. Okay. So again, this was a huge success for Playtika, and here are a few takeaways that I think are important when you are going to adopt a GenAI solution in the organization. First, it's important to understand the challenge that you are going to solve and focus the problem. In that way, you will be able to provide a fast solution. Working together with the user is also very important, and you must understand the business process and the business persona. This is very crucial, and of course, you must try to hide the complexity behind the scenes. And as I said, measuring the success is also a key factor here to understand that you are on the right path and to understand that you are gaining value from your investment. Last but not least, as we all know, GenAI is like a storm of new capabilities. You need to be open-minded to try them in the organization, but always focus on the value and get the right solution for you. And with that, I would like to thank you. And if you are interested more about the process that we had in Playtika with GenAI, you are welcome to our booth outside, and have a nice lunch.
Thank you, Omer. Stay with us, please. Question to Omer from the audience. Yes, please.
Hi, Omer. The question is why Playtika still did not release this as a separate commercial project?
Why Playtika needs?
Still did not release this as a separate commercial project.
You mean like B2B? Like getting this tool used by other organizations?
B2C.
You mean that? Sorry, I didn't understand the question.
Why this project is not still released by Playtika as a separate B2C platform?
You know, this is a proprietary of Playtika, and it is for the artist of Playtika. And another point is that you need to train the models to the specific assets in the organization. It's not something generic. Sorry?
Just wait for the mic so everybody will hear the question.
There is no consideration for
Omer, 1 second. Give him the mic so everybody will hear the question, please. And then we will be able to answer. Yes, please. Ask the question. It's open.
Would you consider releasing it for B2B or open source it?
No. It's not an option for us.
Clear answer. There is another question on the left side there. The woman?
May I?
No. Okay. You already have it.
I have a question for you. You mentioned that the metric that you are using was what is the saving? How much faster you were able to produce those images? Have you considered also other metrics that deal with quality of the product? For example, quality of the images that you are rendering?
Yes. We are tracking the quality of the images that are being produced, and one of our next steps is to make it, of course, better. And we are working with the model, all the time in order to make it better and produce higher quality of picture in terms of resolution, etc.
Thank you.
Okay, we have a question on the left side here.
How long was the development process?
Sorry?
How long was the development process of all the model training, 50 model training?
Yeah, it was something like a few months. Let's say 4 months, 5 months.
Just to remind everybody, the lunch is after the second panel. So we have still panel and then lunch. Don't worry, don't leave the stage. So the last question we have here from the lady on the left, please.
What kind of steps did you take in the design process in order to protect the IP ownership in the assets that you were creating?
It's our IP.
Yes, but how did you determine, or what kind of steps did you take, or what kind of considerations were taken into place to I'm asking as a lawyer, sorry, to feel comfortable that the final output would be owned by Playtika ultimately, and that you wouldn't have third-party claims in the future?
No, since the only one who is working together with this solution is Playtika's employees, okay? And everything is being combined in our games, which are, of course, our IP.
No, of course, but what about the input?
We can discuss this later. And
Okay.
come back also, we can discuss this also on the financial industry if you like. This is a very good
Thank
question. We would like to say thank you very much.
Thank you.
We need to move to the next stage. Thank you.